this grid legal, I can build it to win. Touring cars, muscle cars, open wheel, drift.
Best team, best car.
Win by having the money, by having the guts. If these idiots can't keep their cars on the track, it's their problem.
But you keep pulling up there, that stops. But you're gonna get somebody hurt.
Hopefully, it'll be you.
Bring it on, baby.
Crazy.
That's why we're here.
Facebook is nuts. I was thinking about just doing it live on YouTube anyways, but
Becky, this looks incredible. On top of the gameplay and the cars and the environments, now we've got all these characters that seem to have different motivations. I'm already incredibly invested. It looks like you guys are really up in the ante on storytelling.
Well, first and foremost, the Grid series has always been about delivering gameplay excellence. And with Grid Legends, you are still getting that same immersive racing experience that you know and love. But this time we are taking things up a notch and we're adding another layer on top of that. We are really proud of this new story mode.
Well, I do love a good story, and I feel like I've seen a lot of those faces somewhere before.
Yeah, we had the absolute pleasure of working with the incredibly talented Ncuti Gatwa, who plays the wonderful Eric in Netflix's Sex Education. We also captured the entire thing using extended reality, or XR, where if you've been watching Disney's The Mandalorian, you will have seen that tech in action. It's what they use to create those incredible worlds.
Well, it sounds amazing, but this obviously isn't racing in space, right?
No, we are using this tech to draw you further into this racing experience. We really want to bring you deeper into the grid world than ever before. It's also been really great for our actors because they're acting against something that's visually there. It's not the same as green screen or motion capture. They are stepping into our grid world and reacting with it.
It sounds great. Can you give us any hints on the story, or would that be spoilers?
Without any spoilers, we are giving you a classic underdog tale. We are putting you straight into the driver's seat, right in the middle of the Grid World Series, where you'll be facing off against the all-dominant Raven West team. That is a team that does not like to share the tarmac. And for the rest of the story, well, you just have to wait and see.
But let's talk gameplay. We saw a new big range of vehicles in that trailer. Can you talk about those a little bit?
Oh yeah, there are so many vehicles. We are giving you big rigs, stadium trucks, drift cars, open wheelers, muscle cars, electric cars. We are giving you hypercars like the Aston Martin Valkyrie. Have you seen that car? And we are also giving you multi-class mixed racing, which means that you can take any of those cars and put them together on the same track.
Well, I just saw a big rig take out an open wheeler in the trailer, and I love it. So is there anything else that you can tell us about Grid Legends?
Without giving too much away, there is a ton of new stuff for the fans to sink their teeth into, including some new modes such as boost mode and elimination mode. We've also got some fancy new locations like the iconic city of Moscow. We've also got the beautiful city of London as well, so you can drive right past Buckingham Palace, or you could travel to the stunning Strada Alpina and take one of our beautiful hypercars to its limit.
All right, well, you heard it here first. Storytelling and extended reality, mixed class racing, new modes, new locations. This is beyond exciting. So Becky, thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you, Austin.
Of course. All right, folks, so we're just getting started. We've seen Grid Legends, and now it's time for a different breed of legend.
yeah, her voice is shaky. Yeah, all my viewers that I'm getting are all followers. So I guess followers can find my video, but I'm not gonna get any recommendations from Facebook
2 years ago,
because my video is
Legends
blocked.
came out of nowhere. And now 100 million players and 17 legends later, it
We
just
saw that, Baba.
keeps
We got
getting
second
bigger.
place.
We've got more modes, more maps, more platforms for play, and of course, more legends. So what's next for Apex? Well, today, we have answers. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Apex Legends Emergence.
Change. I see it in everything. I see it in a boy rocked by tragedy. Transform his pain and defy reality. I see it in the warrior, who must choose between their new life and the annihilation of their home. I see it in a girl, tortured by revenge, embrace hope when love awakens her heart. I see it in me, a boy born under a bad omen, turn his tale into a legend. Change is relentless, but that does not mean it cannot be beautiful. Take comfort. Nothing lasts forever. You must adapt. Surrender. And embrace your true nature. Know that you are not alone. Change comes for us all.
Apex does do some no, this is Apex. Apex has some fantastic, oh, it's a new gun. What's that gun? They do some fantastic cinematic trailers, such a good.
But this chaos has purpose. All of us thrown together, so the flame can burn its brightest. Change. Fight it and fall. Accept it and rise above.
Wow. I'm standing here like slack-jawed watching this because there's so much to unpack from that trailer. So let's go ahead and meet the man with all the answers, Apex game director Chad Grenier. So happy to have you here, Chad.
Thanks, Austin. Happy to be here. Before we get started and get into it, I want to give a shout out to the amazing developers at Respawn.
Hey.
All right, well, a subset of them. If you love Apex, it's because of these amazing developers that are working hard creating Apex Legends for us.
Well, big love to the whole Respawn team, especially whoever came up with Life.
Hey, Amar, thanks for liking the stream, man.
Girl. But okay, there's a lot for us to talk about, but you know I'm geeked about Seer, so can you tell us some more about his abilities? I saw this man stare through walls. He's got drones coming out of his chest. Please tell me about his kit.
Yeah, similar to Bloodhound, Seer is all about tracking enemies, but in a different way and has a very unique kit. So while you're aiming down the sights, you'll have a heartbeat sensor that will give you hints as to where an enemy might be. If you think you've located them, you can use your tactical, which sends out some of those drones out of your chest and will actually reveal and track the enemy's location. The ultimate is really powerful, especially in certain gameplay situations. You can send out hundreds of micro drones and create a sphere around an area that you choose, and all enemies that are moving quickly through that space are tracked.
I love when there's new abilities that kind of change the game, because this game obviously.
This is EA Play, Amar, so it's all of EA's new games and new information coming out.
With those incredible abilities, how do you think that Seer is going to change the game?
Yeah, again, I mentioned Bloodhound also as a tracker, but unlike Bloodhound, Seer is about very precise and lingering information. So he's a bit more of a stealth-oriented legend.
So this will be information about Apex. They had FIFA, F1 2021, Battlefield 2042.
But now if you're walking slowly, you can avoid the detection. And so I think you'll see some interesting gameplay experiences and new ways to play with slowing it down a bit.
Yeah, it sounds like once the ring gets tight especially, you're going to have a lot of new ways to play this game. But this past season, for instance, it felt like Apex
It's
really
currently
moved beyond
1:30
Battle Royale with the
p.m.
introduction
where
of
I am.
arenas. So what's the reaction been like for you guys?
The fan reaction has been really great. We're seeing a lot of players enjoy arenas, which is awesome. We're really excited to finally have a way to play Apex Legends beyond Battle Royale. And yeah, people are loving it. So we've got new maps
Arenas
in the
is
works,
a lot of fun.
and some other things come in. I don't want to talk about just yet.
Yeah,
but
11
we've got a
p.m.
lot planned for
Yeah.
arenas.
All right, fair. Well, I do know that you guys announced ranked arenas are coming as well. So can you give us some information on that?
Yep, so we've got one season of arenas under our belts now. We wanted to make sure that we were seeing how players were adapting to the mode, make sure to get the balance right, make sure that the price and the economy is correct. And now we'll be introducing the ranked mode in Emergence. So it's a bit of a different ranked system than we have in the Battle Royale mode. So we're really excited for you to get your hands on it.
Well, it's really cool to see Apex always doing new things. Like, for instance, leaning into the competitive scene with things like the Apex Legends Global Series. So are we going to see more of the ALGS?
Absolutely. We just ended year 1 of ALGS. Our championships recently concluded, and it was amazing. There's like so many tactics and amazing plays in there. Many teams were fighting for the championship in the last round. We hit record numbers, so we're really excited in September to be kicking off year 2 of the LGS. And for
Thing
the
I've
first
always been
time,
doing on weekends.
we're going to be inviting
Streaming and
PlayStation and Xbox players
spend
to
time with
compete
family on
alongside the PC
Sundays.
players, really see who's best, and an all-new league format. So we have more information at playapex.com/ALGS.
Well, I am beyond looking forward to it. And Chad, before you go, I have to ask, when can we see more from Seer?
We've got an awesome gameplay trailer coming on Monday, and Emergence drops on August 3rd. And for now, I can show you a finisher.
Of course, please.
This game demands so much of us. But from you, she demands everything.
Yep, that's all I need to see. It's so awesome. But Chad, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Austin.
Of course.
Dude's arms are huge.
And again,
like the size
big
of my
shout out
head.
to the whole Respawn team. Now for the Apex fans watching us on Twitch today, Respawn is hooking you up with an exclusive Jumpmaster gun charm, so make sure you've got your Twitch and EA account linked and keep watching the show to earn that drop. But that's not the only thing we're giving out today. Keep an eye out for the hidden letters that spell out a secret phrase, because at the end of the show, we'll give you a link where you can enter that code for your chance
countless
to win
PC
some great
updates, man.
prizes,
That
including
sucks.
codes for EA originals like Knockout City and It Takes Two. So speaking of originals, let's head across the ocean for some stop motion and check out a soon-to-be-released EA original, Lost in Random.
No, this game looks super dumb when they showed it in the
Just like that,
pre-show.
young Austin found himself introducing a new segment.
Hello?
He stalled, bewildered by the voice coming from somewhere unknown. Somewhere random.
Okay. All right, anyway, it's coming soon and it looks really cool.
Austin stopped himself. Why, he'd forgotten to mention the Tribeca Film Festival selection.
It was a selection at the Tribeca Film Festival.
He tried the line again, more enthusiastically.
Look, man, I'm trying to run a whole show. and you
More enthusiastically. Really selling it.
Could you just let me intro the segment?
It sucks, man.
Thank you. It was an official Tribeca Film Festival selection this summer, and it's coming soon. Joining us from Gothenburg, Sweden to tell us more is Zoink creative director Olav Redmo.
Hello, Austin.
That
How's
makes
it going,
sense.
Olav?
This is
Thank
the
you
guy
so
that
much
made
for
the
joining us,
game.
and congratulations on Tribeca. It's so cool to see video games right next to movies being regarded as they should be.
Thank you, Austin. I'm so proud of the Sonic team and what we've accomplished, and I'm so happy about the selection because Lost in Random is really inspired by all these movies that I grew up with and stop
Who does he
motion
remind
animation
me
and
of?
dark fairy tales. And at Sonic, we're always trying to push narrative in video games. So
Reminds
I'm
me of a
so
movie
happy.
character.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see more Olav of my life. What do you have for us today?
I'm super pleased to share a first look at one of our most unique aspects of Lost in Random's gameplay, Dice Battle, which is an exciting, explosive blend of real-time action and time-stop tactics. where every roll of the dice unleashes incredible powers out of the head of your Jack-in-a-Box buddy, Dicey.
Well, it sounds awesome, so let's take a look.
Once upon a time, there were two devoted sisters named Even and Odd. Cruelly separated by an evil queen and the roll of a dice.
I'm coming!
Together with this little fella, Even was determined to rescue her beloved sister.
Come on, Dicey!
In this strange and fascinating world of random, adventure and combat go hand in hand. And many peculiar characters await. Some will help her. You mean this one? And some won't.
That's against the rules. Oh, sure. A little girl with a dice.
Those coins can be traded for cards.
Cards, cards. I got cards here, the greatest cards in the land.
Ooh, cards contain new attacks, abilities, and more. All of which
It's an interesting concept, I'll give it that.
Ready, Dicey?
Even uses her slingshot to attack deadly foes. This can knock off energy cubes used to feed her strange companion Dicey. And once fully charged, Even can roll Dicey and freeze time itself. Let's see how she uses it. Oh, impressive. Well done, Even. Nice. Ooh, that was a good one. Even's quest will take her across all 6 realms of random. Even must roll the dice and play the odds. But just a chance at saving her sister.
Random rules. Long may she reign.
Dicey, wait!
My child, you're safe now.
Just from that alone, I already need to play this game. It looks so cool. But what can you tell me about these combat cards that we're seeing?
Cards are just one part of Dice Battle, but I love the way they look, so I brought a few examples to show off.
Oh, okay, awesome. What are we looking at here then?
So as you saw, cards can be selected during combat that unleash new powers and abilities, like this one, for instance, Explosive Dice, which turns Dicey into this ticking time bomb. But you just gotta be careful so it doesn't blow you up. Keep your distance. And where's this hammer of 2 lets you summon a giant hammer, which also gives Even super strength to be able to swing it around.
Offensive maneuvers, I like it.
But it's not just about offense. Like we have also, for instance, Uma's Blessing, which comes from Uma, this old hidden witch. And she provides a bubble shield to protect Even. And that's just a taste. Like there's a lot of different powers at your disposal. Some curse enemies, some heal Even or create traps. Some arenas also work as giant board games affected by rolling dicey. So you're gonna have to try different tactics to conquer the Queen's giant, mad, tabletop-themed arenas.
All right, Olav, obviously, my next question, you know it's coming. When can we play this game?
Yeah, my favorite question. Lost in Random releases on September 10th on PC, console, and Nintendo Switch.
He reminds me of a movie character.
Right after the show. And if you want a dicey companion of your own, he'll be available to EA Play members as a gun charm in one of my current favorites, Apex. So keep an eye out for that.
Well, you all heard it here first. And Olav, thank you so much for joining us today.
It has been my absolute pleasure, Austin, and welcome to Random.
Thanks. Well, there you have it. Lost in Random is coming soon, but there's another EA original that's already here. And it's bringing that throwback playground heat to the masses. That's right. I'm talking about Knockout City. Uh-oh. Oh, okay.
No. He's a goofy character.
Dropped earlier this year, Knockout City has
sounds and
one
looks
hell of
like
a
him.
summer, and they're just getting warmed up. Here with more is Karthik Bala from
He's
Bella
not
Studios
like
in
a
New York.
main character. He's a supporting character.
Thanks, Austin. We're so grateful to our community for the massive response to Knockout City. With millions of new brawlers, hundreds of thousands of crews, and nearly 1 billion KOs landed, your response has really been a knockout. As an indie team dedicated to taking creative risks, having all of you embrace this unique thing we've made is an amazing feeling. And I just want to say thank you. At launch, we promised you new features and updates that keep the game fresh and exciting. Today, I'm here to deliver on that promise. On behalf of the whole Valiant Studios team, it's my absolute thrill to present Knockout City Season 2, Fight at the Movies.
In a world of chaos, where mayhem rules the streets,
Yeah,
is
they really
anyone
should.
strong enough to stop the unstoppable? A world where one hero rises to meet instant regret. A world where lovers chase their passions and feel the burn. A world where terror lurks high above. Where warriors fight for dodge brawl supremacy. And teensy tiny brawlers battle it out in a child's bedroom? This season, bring your moves to the movies. Coming July 20. Oh man, that voice is murder on the pipes. The Hollywood Drive-In opens July 27th. We'll see you at the movies. It's showtime.
You saw it. We got new skins. We got a new ball. Knockout City, baby. Season 2 arrives July 27th. And remember, you can play for free up to Street Rank 25, so get in. You might come across me and my crew. We're called That Baseline. You won't beat us because we're really good, but you'll have fun. And right now, it's available on all platforms with crossplay. So if you haven't yet, go ahead, get in there and give it a whirl. All right.
Yeah, they said that day.
The moment that you have been waiting for is
That's
here.
what they said. Finally, we got some Battlefield.
You've seen the trailers, you've read the hot takes, and you already know that Battlefield is back, baby. You hear me? It's back. Battlefield is back, baby. It's Battlefield. I can't wait to wingsuit surf a tornado. This game is gonna be so good. And in just a moment, we're revealing a brand new Battlefield 2042 experience. But first, for those who haven't been paying attention, here's what you've been missing out on.
Who hasn't been paying attention?
God, look at these maps.
That's so cool.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Should have posted my clips.
This is awesome. Do it. Wait, so... Yeah!
On behalf of our entire team, we hope you're thrilled with what you've seen so far from
I
Battlefield
didn't even post my
2042.
clips.
But this is just the beginning.
I
We
have
have
'em.
so much
I didn't
more
even have
to show
them.
you. Battlefield 2042 is built up by 3 epic experiences. Firstly, of course, all-out warfare that we showed you earlier. Secondly, Hazard Zone that we'll show off later this year. And now, a new community-driven experience that we're happy to share with you today. Built by our old friends over at Triple Effect, formerly Dice LA.
Yeah, man,
It's an
Battlefield 2022,
experience
man, it does
designed
look
from
sick.
community feedback. It's an experience we've dreamt about building for over a decade. So, let's have a look.
For over a decade. When did Battlefield 4 come out? That was something. I can't be good for the suspension. Oh man, it's a lot of guys. That was Caspian Border. That's the battlefield. That's the grenade from Bad Company 2. The defense kills. That was a Bad Company 2, that map. Tracer rounds. Knives versus defense. It's amazing. Keep stuff. Yep. Yep, love it. Love it. Portal? Yeah.
This looks incredible. There's so many crazy things happening in this trailer. We got knives versus defibrillators. We got soldiers from every era. I have so many questions, so let's bring on an expert. Here to help us out is the general manager of Ripple Effect. We've got Christian Grass. Welcome, Christian.
Hey, Austin. Thanks for having me. Super excited to be here.
Of course. Thank you for being here. Now, that trailer, absolutely ridiculous. Like, what the hell did we just see?
So what you just saw was the Battlefield Portal. It's a new community-driven experience that gives players the freedom to write their own rules and shape their own battlefield. You can mix and match content from Battlefield 1942, Bad Company 2, BF3, and Battlefield 2042 to create brand new game modes. Then you can share and discover those on the Portal platform. And that's just what's coming at launch. This is a real love letter to the fans from our incredible team.
And and this is your squad.
Yes, this is the fantastic Ripple Effect team, and they deserve all the credit in
Is that
the
Joe
world for
Rogan?
creating this great
Or Seth Rogen?
experience. We've had so much
that
fun
looks like
bringing
Seth
back some of the
Rogen.
most beloved vehicles, gadgets,
Yeah, right
weapons,
above
and
his head.
maps from past titles.
Well, thank you all.
Huge, huge credit to this amazing team and everyone who's made Battlefield 2042 possible.
All right, so to bring it back, when you say beloved maps, we're talking Caspian Border?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Arica
saw
Harbor?
Cas.
Yes.
El Alamein?
Yes, El Alamein is also included. It's actually my all-time favorite map. Plus, we have Noshar Canal, Battle of the
Nice.
Bulge, and Valparaiso. And of course,
Yeah, I saw
all
Valparaiso.
7 of the new epic scale maps already announced for 2042.
So they got
also playable
7
in Portal.
new maps
I love it. But
plus
this is more than
like
just maps,
a ton
right?
of other
Absolutely.
maps
Portal
that they
is a
just
chance for
showed
the
there.
community to drive the platform. There's a whole slate of customization options and even an advanced logic editor for you to play around with. Tools that were
A logic
previously
editor?
only available to us on the development team.
That's
So that trailer,
amazing.
it was just packed with a ton of crazy moments. So I'm curious, how wild can we actually get with Portal?
You can get pretty wild.
Yeah? Okay, so can I pit World War II against 2042?
Yes, you can.
Okay, what about game modes? Can I make an infection mode where it's me against a ton of super fast soldiers with knives?
Absolutely.
Okay, what about shoddy snipes? But not just regular shoddy snipes, like a gun game with a whole bunch of shoddy snipes from all throughout history.
That is a very specific idea there, Austin. But yes, actually you can.
Batting 3 for 3, bring it home. Can I play as a penguin with a flamethrower?
A penguin with a flamethrower?
Yeah.
No, I mean, look, there are some limits. It's not a level editor. You can't edit the maps themselves. And no, you can't play as a penguin with a flamethrower.
All right, that's fine. That's fine, I had to ask. But it does sound like there's a ton to play around with.
Oh, yes. The options are pretty deep, and we're committed to working with the community to build out this suite of tools and content as the game evolves. We want this experience to go where you want to take it. We see this sandbox as a big part of the future of Battlefield 2042.
Well, I assume that the community is going to have a field day with this.
I really hope players will embrace Portal. That's who we built it for. In fact, we gave a sneak peek to a few members of the community to see what they could come up with.
Oh, okay, I assume my invitation got lost in the mail, but that's fine, that's fine. Let's check it out.
2 teams and 2 VIPs, but only one way to score. This is VIP Fiesta by Courage.
Bad Company 2 US, Battlefield 3
it's the
US.
factions of Battlefield 3 and Bad Company 2, facing off on Arica Harbor with 24 players and random loadouts. Die and you'll redeploy with an all-new loadout. Track down that enemy VIP and make it count. All bring the power of 2042 to Caspian border and take on the forces of 1942. This
2042 versus 1942. 4 players versus 32 players. A squad of 2042 versus an army of World War II Germans.
Players from 1942. The future's got the hardware, but the past's got the numbers. Destroy those MCOMs. But do it before your tickets are up. You're not getting them back unless you clear the sector. Not enough memes? Fine. Set up on Orbital for the fight of your lives with Robot Man by Redacted. 20 duck-sized EOD bots. 1 horse-sized T-91. 7 your Battlefield debates on who wins what.
Would win 20 ducks for 1 horse.
What? This looks so much fun, but I need to know. Just pretend like the cameras aren't here. Just me and you. Who's redacted?
Can't tell you that, sorry. But what I can tell you is that we're so excited for the players to create or simply discover their favorite new way to play Battlefield. And we can't wait to explore and try out the thousands of experiences our community will build once they have the tools in their hands.
And we get our hands on Portal at launch, right?
Yes. Okay. Portal will be available at launch, day 1, along with a bunch of pre-made modes for you to try right away.
Okay, this is fantastic. Now, Christian, before you go, let me make sure that I have all of this straight. So on top of all the content and maps that have already been announced, we also get content from Battlefield 1942, Bad Company 2, and Battlefield 3, including 6 of the best maps of all time, and all that can be sliced, diced, and mixed together in Portal. And then we still have Hazard Zone coming later this year?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you, Austin. If you've
So
always
6
been a fan,
previous
or if
maps
you've never
plus
played Battlefield
7
before,
maps.
we want Battlefield 2042 to be the ultimate Battlefield experience.
And then Portal. So unlimited
Just-
game
just
modes,
thank you.
basically.
Thank you.
My pleasure,
On
Austin.
13
I'll see you
maps.
on the battlefield.
All right, so
But we
Portal
had to
looks
pay for
incredible, and we
access
could
to
end things
Portal.
there, but I don't think we're done just yet. We're gonna leave you with one more surprise. First, though, you remember that secret code? I hope you were paying attention because all of the letters have been revealed. So if you want to win some awesome games and gear, stick around because we're gonna give you the link to enter in just a second. But for now, come with me. I hope you've enjoyed the show as much as I've enjoyed being your host. Now, my name is Austin Creed, and our last reveal is somewhere in there. But you know what? Why don't you go first?
And Dead Space. Dead Space. Is that it? It's not gonna be the same Thompson.
5.
Thank you.
And welcome back to IGN Live, where we're talking about EA Play Live. I almost screwed that part up. I'm Max Scoville, and joining me right now are Stella Chung, Destin Legary, and Kat Bailey. We have a lot to go off, but we have a lot to go over. But let's start with the really important thing: Dead Space. Destin, you all right? How you doing? Let's talk about this.
So I wasn't sure about this, but this looks awesome. Game engine footage represents game and development, so that's really, really cool. And then at the end, we actually see that this is exclusively coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S.
All right, so they didn't say anything about whether Portal was coming to, whether like how if it was going to cost anything. So that's the big thing, is how much is it going to cost for people to be able to make these game modes, like have access to it? Because I'd imagine that's going to be a monthly subscription for people to make these game modes. So, I mean, we'll see. And then I'd imagine they're also going to have rent a server back. That was another big thing. Yeah, but we are going to be playing. I'm actually going to be hopping on here in a second. As soon as I'm going to have to delete this stream from Facebook because I've got a bunch of copyright strikes against me for this video alone. I've got like 4 or 5 now. So he said it's going to be available to everyone, but I mean, everything is available to everyone if you can pay for it. So, and Battlefield has not been... EA has not been shy in the past about making it so that you don't have to pay for things in the past, like for exactly right, like for servers and stuff like that. Like you can play Battlefield now and rent servers now. So we shall see. It'll be interesting to see how much it costs to rent a server. Or to use the Portal. I would imagine the Portal portion of it would be free because it'll drive people to their servers and to their games, and they could even put ads in the Portal portion of their website. Because that'll be on their computer that they have to do that. But the I don't know. I feel like having a star total would be like a star goal every month. Like a star goal just to pay for a server would be interesting. Maybe get a couple streamers together and we could run our own server. I think that'd be kind of cool. Got someone over on YouTube. Good afternoon, Harrison. I've never played any of the Dead Space games either. They are a horror game. Like, they are meant to scare you. So, Battlefield Bad Company or Battlefield 2042 will eventually get to Game Pass. It'll be a little while, but it'll be a bit. But yeah, actually I wonder how much servers cost now. Let me load up Battlefield 4 and see how much it costs to rent a server. Because I'd imagine that they're going to stick with the same price. Okay, yeah, I figured it was Ryan. The RK in the middle kind of tipped you off. All right, let me see. We've rented servers in the past and we've had a ton of fun with them. But it's just a matter of paying for the servers. Oh, we got the same thing we just watched. All right, let's see. Multiplayer. Rent a server. So a 90-day. A 90-day server is $53.99. That's not actually that bad. So you get server for 3 months. Yeah, it's not that bad. If we split that three ways, I mean with the EA access discount, that's $20 a person. That's not bad for 3 months. That's what, $60, $80 a year. That's doable. $80 a year to run our own server. We get to kick everybody off if we ever wanted to do like a tournament of some kind, or do like custom games. That'd be fun. That would be a lot of fun. So, and I mean, obviously we can have people contribute to that via star goals and whatnot. So, definitely something that we're going to look at in the future. So, anyways, that was all the information we had. We had a really dumb game or interesting looking game that I'm not interested in. About dice and rolling the dice. With a director that I'm trying to think of who he reminds me of. Tyler, you know the German guy from How I Met Your Mother that ends up marrying Ted's first like girlfriend there that goes off to Germany. Sort of reminds me of him in that show. That's, I think, the similarity that I'm getting. Just the way that he acts in that show. I think that's what my brain is making an association with. Anyways, there was a little bit of stuff in there about the F1 game, F1 2021. There was some stuff in there about FIFA 2022. Let me check my description. I wrote down FIFA. No, I didn't write down the year. There's some stuff about FIFA. There was some stuff about Apex. There's a new legend that they introduced for Apex. And then they had all that stuff for Battlefield 2042. So I'm really looking forward to Battlefield 2042. That'll definitely be a game that we're playing quite a bit. In fact, Battlefield 2042 will be taking over my evening slot for my stream. PUBG will be my afternoon game, where I play from 11 to 2. And Battlefield will be my 8 to 12. Because as of tomorrow, I will be streaming at 11 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And my evening will be 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. That way I can go to bed at a decent time and I can get up at a decent time. And that way I'm not up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So, that is something that starts tomorrow. So, looking forward to that. I believe Battlefield is going to be cross-platform, yes. I do believe that is so. Let me look that up real quick. Battlefield 2042 cross-platform. As of June 9th, they had no announcements to share regarding crossplay for Battlefield 2042. When was this written? Am I going to get any more information? Published 1 week ago on July 14th. Crossplay details. Xbox Series S and X, PS5 and PC players can play together. Xbox One and PS4 players can play together. So last gen and current gen consoles cannot play together. So you need to have your console up to date in order to play with the newest gen console. So I am currently playing on the Xbox Series X, so that's the newest generation of Xbox. I know that my stepbrother has the Series S. I know that Ravens Reach Gaming has the Series X. So we're all on the next gen console, which is current gen. So we're all going to be playing on the 128 player servers. So if you want to be playing on those servers, then you, in order to be playing with us, you need to have an Xbox Series X or Series S or a PlayStation 5 in order to play with us. And I'm sure that those games will have better game chat than PUBG will. I'm sure my Xbox will be able to pick it up and be able to hear it. So, but because Battlefield 2042 has, so they've got 100. Well, it's because it's got 128 players for the next gen consoles, and the last gen, so Xbox One and PS4. They just can't handle 128 players, but the current gen can. And so they didn't want to put out a lesser product for people just because last gen couldn't handle it. So that's why. So might be time to upgrade, man. Unfortunately. But yeah, that is it is unfortunate for people that don't have the new ones yet. I know what my stepbrother did is he went out and he bought a Series S because they are available, and then he's planning on just selling it or keeping it for something else. And then he'll get the Series X when it is available and cheaper. Because he said he'd rather not miss out on being able to play Battlefield 2042 with everybody else, like with us, and not missing out on the full potential, than playing it on his older, not his last gen. Yeah, well, Ryan, I thought I was going to be moving it over to YouTube completely, because I got like 4 or 5 copyright strikes on on Facebook already. So, like, I have to delete this stream as soon as I'm done because I have a ton of copyright strikes. Like, let me see. If I go to my creator studio, I wonder if it'll tell me. Yeah, apparently I don't meet the minimum requirements for Level Up program anymore because of this video. So I definitely need to delete this video when I'm done. That's messed up. So, anyways, I'm gonna end the stream and then I'm going to move over to a I think I'm gonna move over to PUBG for a bit. I'm gonna play PUBG for till about 3 o'clock, and then I'm gonna get off. And then I'll be on tonight. I'm gonna try and move it up to about 9:30 tonight, and then I'm gonna be off around 12:30. So I will see you guys in a short while. So I'll see you guys soon.